Hello everyone, Julia here, hello from Sweden and welcome to a new video. I just finished another travel journal, so I want to show you a flip through it. And this is a journal with short trips, with a few short trips that I had this year. And this is for me like a complementary insert to my main travel journals, because rather often I use the whole insert for one trip. Sometimes it can be a short trip insert which has less pages, sometimes it's a full-size insert from Travelers Company with 64 pages. There were some trips where I already used even a few inserts just for one trip, like for example this year it was my trip to England. I finished 3 inserts about that trip, 3 different sizes of inserts about that trip, and usually for me, if the trip is 5 days or longer, sometimes maybe even 4 days, I already would take a separate insert, maybe a short trip insert, which is like a half size with 32 pages if it's a bit shorter trip. And I just don't like to limit myself and think about something like that. I should make only 1 spread per day or 2 spreads per day, and I like to print a lot of photos and include a lot of ephemera, so very often I need a whole insert for my trips. And this year actually I had quite a few longer trips, so this is the first insert with short trips that I finished this year. And I have here a few trips in Sweden and one in Denmark, and it's usually like 1, 2 or 3 days trips. And I have another journal with short trips, like kind of a complementary journal to this one, because sometimes I like to use regular size traveler's notebook when I need more space, when I have more ephemera to include, and sometimes I don't need that much of space and I just want to make a quick little spread or 2 about some one-day trip, then I would use this one. And this passport size insert for short trips I haven't finished yet. I started this sometime in the beginning of the year. I think the first trip here is in April or so. Yeah, in April. And this one is not finished yet. I still have here quite a few pages, and I think probably this one will be enough until the end of the year. I don't use this one very often. It's usually only for like a very short one-day trips. So let's see, maybe in autumn I will go for more trips like this and can finish this one. But this little journal is not finished yet. But the big one, the regular size, I just finished, so I want to show you a little flip through it. And I had this insert in this beautiful Moomin cover. I really like it, and I don't take this one often with me. Usually it stays at home because I really don't want to lose this beautiful images and golden foiling, and it already started to come off a bit, and I know that probably sometime it will happen, but I want to keep it as long as possible. So this is one of the traveler's notebooks that I use mostly at home. And sometimes I take it with me if it's a bit longer, like maybe 2 or 3 days, I can take this with me, but often it stays at home and then I journal already after the trip. So this is how the cover looks, and the trips that I have here are only in Sweden and Denmark, so I put here these 2 stickers saying that it's Denmark and Sweden. And I started to use this in May, and the first trip that I have here is a one-day trip to Sölvesborg, which is like literally half an hour away from where I live. It's a little town where I can go by train. It's maybe like a half an hour ride by train. And I decided to go there for a little solo weekend trip sometime in May, because weather was really nice and I really wanted to see something new, and sometimes I really like to do something like this. Sometimes I do it together with my husband, to just take a day and go somewhere in the area around. Sometimes I do it alone when he doesn't have time or just doesn't want to go. But yeah, I went on this trip alone, and actually it was even not on weekend, it was Tuesday, so yeah, sometimes it can be during the week as well. And it was really nice. There is a castle ruins there, so here I picked up there some flyers and booklets. There was some tourist information at the train station, so I picked up there a few things and cut out here a few things. So there are castle ruins there, and really beautiful area around the castle ruins. A beautiful park with a lake view, and I just stayed there for a while, was sitting there and reading, and there were many ducks around there and swans and some bunnies, and like, yeah, it's really beautiful. And it's like already a little bit out of the city center, but it's maybe a 15-minute walk from the train station. So yeah, I was reading there and also got this postcard there and decided to put it in my journal as well. And it's a one-day trip, or like even like an afternoon trip, but still I decided to make as many pages as I want, print as many photos as I want, and just to basically document this day in detail. I really like to do that, and it was a really nice afternoon. It was very warm already, a very beautiful spring day. And somewhere in the city center I was resting for a while, just sitting on the bench, and then this cat came to me and just was sitting next to me. I was reading for some time and he was sitting next to me, and he was very friendly and cuddly, and just the whole time that I was sitting at that bench he was there with me, and it was really so cute. And it's definitely like the cat that lives somewhere there, like in that neighborhood, because he had a badge and like a name tag. It was really nice to spend some time with this cute cat. And also one of the reasons why I went to this town was this bookshop. It's called Alice Book World, and yeah, here's the business card from the shop. And it's basically a bookshop, sort of Alice in Wonderland themed, like not exactly, but many decorations are Alice in Wonderland themed, and it's really beautiful in general, like very beautifully decorated shop. And they have many interesting things there, books mainly of course, but also surprisingly many different craft materials, like paper, for example, for scrapbooking paper, and just a lot of stuff. So like basically this whole section there that was different stationery, paper, envelopes, letter writing sets and things like that, and also many cool books there. I think some time ago I found this shop on Instagram accidentally and wanted to go there already for a while, so I used the chance and also went there and got a book there and a sticker book. And many of these stickers, especially this nature stickers here that I used for decorating, like this, it's from that sticker book, because it's like a cottage core themed sticker book with lots of nature stickers and just some cute and cozy stickers. So this is the first trip in this insert. The second one is also in May, and this one is to Denmark, to Aarhus, which is like kind of a northern part of Denmark. I haven't been there before, and main reason why I went there was a concert. I really wanted to see one of the bands playing there, and also decided to spend a few days there and just to see a bit of the city and go to this concert, because I think geographically it was the closest place where I could go to this particular concert. So I decided why not to see something new, like a little trip to a new town and also to a concert. So I went there a day before concert, And I think but by train from where I live it was maybe 4 hours, a bit more than 4 hours. It was a train ride with a change in Copenhagen, but both train rides were about 2 hours, so it's like not extremely far. So on the first day when I arrived, it was already later afternoon, so I just went to the hotel and then went for a walk, went to eat, just went exploring a bit, went through the city center and yeah, just was walking around, and also went to a bookshop and got some postcards and stamps to send postcards, and some of the postage stamps were really so cute that I just decided to keep them because they are so adorable, like especially this hedgehog and like yeah, actually all of them. So I just decided to keep a few of them. And there is also Sherlock Holmes themed pub there, and it's more like a more or less typical British pub, but there are many cool Sherlock Holmes decorations there, so of course I had to check it out because I love Sherlock Holmes and I love all those different themed pubs and bars. Like if it's something more out of the ordinary, I love things like that. So this was the first day. On the next day it was a concert day, and again in the morning I just went a bit exploring the city, went to the harbor area, and it was really windy and was raining a bit, so I didn't spend a lot of time there because it was extremely windy, and also at some point started to rain rather strong. But still it was nice to walk and to explore this harbor area. It's quite beautiful, and in general the city is kind of small but beautiful, really beautiful central part with many nice cozy streets and interesting places around, and also beautiful harbor area. And yeah, so it was just nice to walk there. And then I also went to eat before the concert, and then went to the concert. And it started actually quite early, or like relatively early, I think at 6 or something like that, which is quite early for the concerts. So I spent my evening at the concert, and it was really great. There were 4 bands there, and I liked all of them, but the main reason why I went there was Warbringer. It's a thrash metal band from the United States, and unfortunately they don't come to Europe very often. Sometimes I think for this kind of smaller bands, not as big and popular as Metallica, for example, it can be really difficult to come to other continents, like really expensive to organize it. So unfortunately they don't come very often to Europe, so I just had to use the chance and go and see them because I really love them. And the next day was my last day already, and I just had breakfast and also still walked a bit in the town center before my train, and then went back home. And as you can see from all these food labels, I actually bought a lot of food in 7-Eleven because somehow I was kind of lazy, or sometimes just didn't have enough time to go somewhere to eat, like in the restaurant or something. And there was 7-Eleven right next to my hotel, and actually most of the food from 7-Eleven is quite good, like this kind of freshly packed things. I got there some salmon sandwiches and some yogurts and tiramisu and stuff like that. And there also was some salmon salad and I think something else. And I really liked the colors and like the branding of this. I think it looks simple but really cool, and all this kind of fitted to my journal really well. Also got some onigiri there and smoothies, so I ate a lot of food from 7-Eleven on this trip, and I have to say it actually was quite good. I also went to a few places there, like a few pubs and the cafe once, but also got some food from 7-Eleven, and I think I still got something even before this trip, like for my train ride there and also back, so I kept all this food packaging. Usually I really like to include food packaging in my travel journals. It's always interesting to see what you ate, what you drank, and unfortunately it's not always possible to keep it. Sometimes it's just some plastic wrapping or something like that, but if there is something like this, then I usually try to keep it and include in my journal. So this was my 3 days trip to Aarhus in Denmark. Then in July, in the end of July, I went to Lund for a day. Lund is very close to me, it's less than an hour by train, and I go there from time to time. I really like this city, I don't know. It's not very big, but it's very beautiful. I really like to walk there in the center, and also there is very nice botanic garden there and also very cool stationery shops. So sometimes I just like to take a day and go to Lund, and I went there to some stationery shops. There are a few that I like and also a few nice bookshops. I bought this really cute postcard in one of the bookshops and also decided to keep it here. And there is also a very cool tea shop there, and actually I think it was the first time that I went to this tea shop in Lund, and definitely not the last. I got some tea there and some sweets, and yeah, it's very nice and cozy and really big and great choice of tea and other things that go together with tea. Also, this bakery was very nice. It's close to the train station, and I got there some snacks for the way back, and it was really nice. And Lexis Paper is my favorite stationery store in Sweden, and I usually try to go there like to the shop and to buy things in person if I need something. They also have an online shop, but it's usually more fun to go there and just look at all this pretty stationery. It's very well stocked shop. They have a lot of cool stationery there, and they are also now an official partner shop of Travelers Company. So they have Travelers Company products there, also some special ones, and also this beautiful stamp that you can get there, this kind of visit pass stamp that you can ask to use there, which is really cool. I have this stamp in already a few journals, and every time when I go there I ask to use this stamp. I think it's really cool, and yeah, of course you can get there all the Travelers Company inserts and some other stuff, also a few special things that are available only in partner shops, like this short trip refills, which I really like, and I'm really happy that I can buy them now in Sweden and don't have to search for them somewhere else. I also bought this postcard there and also just included it here. And I went to Botanic Garden and spent some time there, just walking around there and drinking tea and reading a bit. And it's really nice and very quiet usually. And yeah, there are not too many people. You always can find there some nice and cozy corner without too many people around. And this is the last few pages that I just made in this journal. It's already September, so here is one day trip to Malmö. I wanted to go and check out a new Moomin shop in Malmö. It just opened a very short time ago, like maybe a few weeks or about a month. So I, of course, had to go and check it out because I really like Moomin stuff, and it was really nice. And also I went to my favorite bookshop. This postcard is, I think, really cute, and I got it there in the bookshop. And conveniently enough, this new Moomin shop is located just right next to my favorite fantasy bookshop, so it's great. I also got a scarf there with the Lord of the Rings, Gate of Moria, a really beautiful scarf. I was thinking about a new scarf for autumn and winter anyway, and then I saw it there and I was like, yeah, great. That's exactly what I need, and also got a book there and a few postcards, and then we went to one of our favorite pubs there with my husband. And this one is a little day trip to Aarhus, where I go quite often. It's just half an hour away by bus, and it's a beautiful small town at the coast. at the sea, and I like to go to the beach there and to walk in the forest, but I like to go there in autumn, winter or early spring, because in summer it can be quite busy. Many people have some holiday homes there and go to the beach in summer, obviously, but I'm that person who likes to go to the beach rather in winter or late autumn when it's empty. And there is also very nice forest there, so we spend a day at the beach and walking through the forest and yeah, just enjoying some quiet time without people around. So this last few pages are about this trip, and then we also went to a brewery which is located there in the town center. Also very nice place. They have a great food there and always some new interesting local beers. And this is a map that I got sometime and decided to include it here, and yeah, I used all the pages, also the cover and like this very last page in this case, because I needed a bit more space. So yeah, now this insert is finished and I have here 4 different trips in a few different months, starting from May. And yeah, as I said, sometimes I like to document those short trips also in the more detailed way and print more pictures, and especially if I have some ephemera, like a bigger ephemera that I got during the trip, I always like to include everything. So I like this regular size inserts for short trips, and this is a short trip refill with cream paper, 32 pages. So really like this short trip refills, and I think they're great for some shorter trips. So now another travel journal of this year is finished, and to be honest, I'm not sure if I will start another separate insert like this for short trips, or maybe we'll just continue to use this one, and if there will be any short trips in autumn, I think there will be a few, but mostly like a one-day trips, so I still can fit them in here. And I have also one longer trip planned, but I will need a separate insert for that one for sure. But yeah, probably I rather will try to fit all other short trips in this passport size insert, because I'm not sure if I will be able to finish another one, even if it's a short trip refill, or maybe this one is enough for this year. So I hope you like this flip through video of my finished travel journal. This is how I document my short trips. Like, these 2 journals go really well together. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next videos. Bye!